So how do we get beyond just, recording what's happening around us? How do we start to really understand it, especially when things get complex or dynamic or even, frankly, a bit hostile? Today on the deep dive, we're going to cut through some of that noise and really unpack a specific piece of tech that kind of shows this shift. It's the Uniview IPC2124SR-ADF28KM-H. Yeah, it's a mouthful, a 4MP fixed lens bullet camera. Now, our sources for this, they're pretty detailed. We've got product descriptions, full tech specs, FAQs, the works. But our mission today isn't just to read off a spec sheet. No, we want to uncover what's maybe subtle about its design, the problems it solves that you might not think about at first, and crucially, how hardware like this camera becomes the bedrock for these advanced AI systems we're seeing pop up everywhere. Construction, critical infrastructure, we'll even link it up to Alpha Vision, a company mentioned in our sources. Seems like they're really pushing AI in construction.
Exactly. We're here to, demystify the jargon, sure, but really to shine a light on the implications. What do these features actually mean in practice? We're looking for those aha moments, where you see how solid engineering and smart tech really combine to make something that's more than just a camera. It's an intelligent monitoring tool.
Yeah.
It's about understanding that synergy, how we move from just collecting data to getting intelligence you can actually act on.
Okay, great. So let's start with the basics then, but keep that deeper insight in mind. What exactly is this Uniview camera, the IPC2124SR-ADF28KM-H? What makes it stand out right from the start?
Right. So at its heart, it's a compact 4-megapixel 4MP LightHunter bullet IP camera. But that's just the label. Its real purpose, it's engineered for high-quality surveillance. And specifically, it's designed not just to work, but to really excel in tough environments. And this is key, in very low light. It's built around a 13-inch CMOS sensor, and it has a fixed 2.8-millimeter lens. That gives you a pretty useful wide-angle view, which is ideal for covering bigger areas. Think parking lots, construction sites, maybe even just a large backyard without needing a whole bunch of cameras.
Okay, you mentioned 4MP resolution. That's 2560 by 1440 pixels. Now, for our audience, they probably get that bigger numbers mean more detail. But what does 4MP from this camera truly mean for clarity in the real world? We hear about resolution all the time, but what's the actual impact beyond just saying it's clearer?
That's a really good point. It's not just about clearer. It's about actionable detail, this 4MP resolution. It allows for significantly sharper, much more detailed video. So for you listening, this means you might actually be able to digitally zoom in on someone's face in a wide shot,
Right.
or read a license plate that would otherwise just be a blur, or, identify specific objects or actions. That level of clarity is absolutely critical if you need it for forensic analysis, for evidence, and importantly, especially thinking about AI, high resolution means much better accuracy for object recognition, analyzing behavior, spotting anomalies. It cuts down false positives, makes the whole system more reliable.
That makes perfect sense. So it's feeding better data, not just for us, but for any algorithms looking at it too. Okay, but the real test, especially outdoors, is when the sun goes down. Our sources really push this camera's LightHunter technology and smart IR. It's got, 30-meter night vision range. That's nearly 100 feet. Lots of cameras claim night vision, though. How does this combination really stand out? How does it avoid the usual problems?
Yeah, this is where it genuinely shines, particularly for that 24/7 intelligent monitoring idea. It's the combination, the synergy between LightHunter and smart IR that's different. See, LightHunter isn't just about seeing in the dark, it's about keeping color information even when the light is really low. Think twilight, or a really overcast day, or maybe a dimly lit street.
And why is color so important there?
Well, color gives you crucial context that, standard black and white night vision just loses. And AI can use color to help identify cars or clothing or even subtle things in the environment that just disappear in monochrome. Then, when it gets truly dark, pitch black, smart IR kicks in seamlessly. Now, a lot of cheaper IR cameras, they tend to blow out things up close. Like if someone walks near the camera, their face becomes a white blob, right? Useless for identification.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right. Smart IR, though, it adjusts its infrared output automatically based on how far away the subject is, so it keeps the illumination even. It prevents that overexposure up close, but still lights up things further away effectively. The result is you get clear, usable detail across the whole scene, which is obviously vital for any serious surveillance job where identifying people or objects matters.
Okay, so we've got the sharp eyes, seeing clearly, even in the dark, with color. Great. But what about the body? Can it handle the environment it's watching?
Yeah.
Durability, reliability, they're easy to overlook until something fails. This camera, the specs, say IP67 rated metal housing, operates from -30 Celsius to +60 Celsius. That's -22 to 140 Fahrenheit, and even 4 kV surge protection. What does that tough build mean practically, operationally, beyond just being weatherproof? Is there a risk that this level of toughness prices it out for, say, smaller businesses? Or does the long-term value always win out?
That's an excellent question. It really hits on the total cost of ownership. That IP67 rating, it's not just weatherproof. It means complete protection against dust getting in. And it can handle being submerged in water up to a meter for 30 minutes. So heavy rain, dust storms, even getting sprayed with a hose if you're cleaning, it can take it. Vital for industrial sites, obviously. And that wide temperature range plus the surge protection. It means it's built for extremes. Scorching heat, freezing cold, power spikes. It's designed to just keep working.
Okay.
So for you, that means fewer repair costs, longer life for the camera. I actually remember a project a client tried cheaper cameras first. They failed within months because of the temperature swings. Cost them way more in the long run, replacements, technicians, and the worst part, lost footage during incidents. This camera's build quality offers that peace of mind. It ensures you've got continuous surveillance when it really counts, where failure just isn't an option. And another important point here, it's NDAA compliant.
Ah, right. What does that signify exactly?
It means it meets specific U.S. government regulations about security gear. Basically, it excludes certain manufacturers, often due to national security worries. So for a lot of businesses, and definitely for government contracts, being NDAA compliant is essential. It makes it eligible for projects that otherwise wouldn't be. Ensures supply chain integrity, too.
That's a key distinction, definitely.
All
Okay,
right.
so it sees, well, it's tough as nails.
Yeah.
But it also has these smart detection features. It does more than just passively watch, right? How do these capabilities make it more of an active sensor, especially when we're thinking about feeding data to AI?
Exactly. This is where it goes from being just a data collector to being an intelligent data preprocessor. It's
Yeah.
got more than just basic motion detection. It has things like intrusion detection, cross-line detection.
So you can set up virtual tripwires?
Precisely. Virtual tripwires. Tampering detection, too, if someone tries to mess with it. And even audio detection. It has a built-in microphone, uses G.7101 compression for the audio. These features mean the camera isn't just dumbly recording everything. It's actively analyzing the scene in real time. Think about it. Instead of someone having to wade through hours of footage where nothing happened,
Right.
you can set it up to only send an alert or trigger a recording or some other action only when, say, a person crosses that virtual line you drew, or if someone tries to spray paint the lens. The audio detection could pick up a loud crash, maybe glass breaking, and flag that instantly. This cuts down massively on false alarms. It highlights the important stuff. And it provides smarter, curated data for bigger AI systems to chew on instead of just flooding them with raw video. It makes your whole monitoring setup way more efficient. Proactive, really.
Efficiency is definitely the name of the game.
Okay.
Practicalities, installation, storage. What makes this manageable and reliable day to day? How does it make sure you don't lose critical footage if something hiccups?
Yeah, it's got a really good mix of convenience and reliability there. First off, power over Ethernet, PoE, specifically IEEE 82.3AF.
Ah, single cable for power and data.
Big plus, huge plus. Makes installation so much simpler. Less cabling, lower costs, faster setup, especially if you're putting in a lot of them. You can still power it with a traditional 12V DC adapter if you need to, but PoE is usually the way to go. Then for storage, it's really efficient. It supports Ultra 265 compression along with H265, H264, even MJPEG. That Ultra 265 can cut your storage and bandwidth needs by like up to 95% compared to the older H264. So you can keep way more high-quality video without needing massive hard drives or clogging your network. It also takes a micro SD card up to 256 gigs for recording right on the camera. That's crucial. And it works with ANR.
ANR.
Automatic network replenishment. So let's say your network connection drops for a bit. The camera keeps recording to that SD card. Then when the network comes back up, it automatically uploads that stored footage to your main recorder or server.
Ah, clever. So no gaps.
Exactly. No gaps due to network issues. It also supports NAS network-attached storage using NFS for backup. And it's ONVIF compatible, which just means it plays nicely with lots of different video management systems out there. Very versatile.
Okay, so let's pull this all together. We've got the high-res images, the amazing low-light performance with color, the extreme durability, the smarts on board, flexible, resilient storage. What's the bottom line? For someone looking at security, maybe for their home, small business, maybe a big industrial site, this Uniview camera feels like more than just the sum of its parts.
I think that's right. To sum it up, its value proposition is being a really comprehensive, highly reliable source of data. It's not just resolution, it's actionable resolution. Not just night vision, but intelligent, color-rich night vision. Not just weatherproof, but mission-critical, durable. not just recording, but event-driven intelligence. That combo makes it incredibly versatile. Good for pretty much any environment, tough outdoors or critical indoor spots. It really is about moving past just seeing to intelligently monitoring, giving you insights you can use right away or feed into those bigger, smarter systems.
And speaking of bigger systems, our sources kept mentioning alpha vision. Notes like AI transforming construction, they're going to be at GSX 2025. Now, obviously, this camera is Uniview, not alpha vision. But it feels like there's a fascinating connection here, right, between robust hardware like this camera and the kind of AI stuff alpha vision is doing.
Absolutely. If you connect the dots, it brings up a really important question. How do these advanced, tough cameras like this Uniview model become not just helpful, but actually essential for those bigger AI systems, like the ones Alpha Vision might be using in construction or other fields? The answer, I think, comes down to the quality and the reliability of the data. AI needs good food to work well, right?
Garbage in, garbage out.
Precisely. High-quality, reliable, consistent data from cameras like this. That's the absolute foundation for AI to do its job properly, analyzing scenes, spotting patterns, detecting anomalies, automating responses. Without dependable hardware getting precise, consistent visual info, the AI models just won't have clean enough data to learn from or operate effectively. You get errors, missed events. It just wouldn't work well. Think about a construction site again. Maybe an Alpha Vision AI is watching for safety issues, tracking equipment, checking progress. It needs cameras that see clearly, rain or shine, day or night, that can handle dust and vibration and give sharp enough pictures for the AI to tell a hard hat from, someone's head or tell one piece of equipment from another.
Right.
This Uniview camera provides exactly that kind of foundational, high-integrity data stream. And yeah, Alpha Vision being at GSX 2025, that's September 29th to October 1st in New Orleans, that's exactly the kind of place where you see these integrations showcase, how the hardware and the AI come together to build these next-gen intelligent systems that are really starting to change industries.
It really drives home how critical that raw input quality is for the AI's output.
Yeah.
Okay, and just quickly, to manage these cameras, our sources mentioned some tools.
Yeah, and importantly, they're free tools from Uniview, which adds value. There's Easy Tools 3.0. That's kind of a general tool for finding cameras on your network, basic setup. Then there's Easy Tools 2.0, which lets you dig deeper into configuring all those advanced features we talked about. And for actually viewing and managing the video from multiple cameras, there's Easy Station 3.0. That's their client software. So they provide the software you need to actually use and manage the cameras effectively without needing to buy extra licenses, which is nice.
Okay, so we've really peeled back the layers on this Uniview IPC2124SR-ADF28KM-H today. It's clearly a camera built for resilience, built for intelligent surveillance, capable of delivering really detailed, context-rich images, even when conditions are tough. We've seen how things like LightHunter and Smart IR, they're not just buzzwords on a spec sheet. They're practical solutions for genuine, real-world monitoring challenges, making sure you get clarity day and night.
Yeah, I think this deep dive really underscores something important. Whether you're trying to secure your home or a busy shop or a complex industrial facility, that foundational technology, it absolutely has to be robust, reliable, and intelligent. And it's exactly this kind of dependable, high-quality hardware that forms the unseen backbone. It's what makes those advanced applications like AI spotting safety issues on a construction site actually effective, reliable, actionable. Without these tough eyes on the ground, the smartest AI is essentially flying blind.
So here's something for you, our listener, to think about. As AI keeps evolving, keeps weaving itself into, well, pretty much everything we do, how is this marriage going to change things? This combination of really resilient, high-quality hardware like the camera we dove into today, with increasingly sophisticated AI software systems. How will that fundamentally shift our understanding, our application of security, of monitoring, even safety across all sorts of industries? What new possibilities really open up when every little detail a camera captures isn't just stored away, but can be instantly analyzed, understood, and acted upon by AI? How does that transform our environments into truly intelligent spaces?